Could you imagine though, being some of the first explorers to this region? You finally see land. It's like, there's land, yeah! We're gonna get food, we're gonna get water, and it's like, it's a desert. Nothing waking up to like the whole bed just starts shaking like crazy. There was an earthquake kind of down near Arequipa, basically just south of here, like where we're gonna be in like 3 days or 4 days. So yeah, a little crazy. I'm like, you know, right on the ocean. I'm like, oh, a tsunami. Just got robbed my first night here, and like first night out in a town outside Lima, and like I got hit by a tsunami or an earthquake. I hope better luck's on the way. I guess there's some big earthquakes on this part of the world. So anyway, we're gonna roll out here in about 20 minutes. We're gonna cruise over to check out these Nazca lines. And then there's this Paracas Cliffs or park that's kind of just down the road here that looks pretty. And we've got Huacachina, but that's a cool oasis that's out in the desert. And then tomorrow there's some like mummified cemetery. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain and the weather's pretty good today. I don't know, probably do like maybe 265 to that town Nazca. Let's hope no tsunamis hit us on the way. Sweet. Glad these are still there. I was hoping it wouldn't be just like 2 tires and no motorcycle. Could you imagine though, being some of the first explorers to this region, and you might be at sea for weeks or months and run out of water and food and everything, and it's like you finally see land. It's like, there's land, yeah! Oh, it's awesome, we're gonna get food, we're gonna get water, and it's like, it's a desert. That must have been a little bit of a bummer. And then you get closer, you're like, well, maybe it's not that big, and it's like, no, I think it's actually kind of huge. And actually the guy who conquered Peru, the Spanish guy Pizarro, you know, was in competition with another general basically, and the other general was going to come up and like join him with trying to take over the Incan Empire. And it's been about a year since I read the book, but he basically told him like, no, go south, go down towards Chile, and I think it's all a desert there. And most of those guys actually ended up dying. And the few survivors later in his life before Pizarro died of natural causes, he was an old man, and the Inca's stepson and some of those remaining soldiers were still in town in Cusco, and they ended up assassinating him when he was an old dude. So desert's a tough one, huh? Couldn't imagine trying to come out here after a long voyage on a boat. Tough times. Life is tough. It's like I don't even mind, like, if I live in a town that was like undeveloped and poor, like if it had a lot of crazy traffic and pollution, but like the beeping drives me nuts. I could not deal with that at all. Temples and stuff. The guy who's like
Oh, okay, great.
Not a bad second day. I like the Paracas cliffs, that first thing we saw today the most. That was pretty cool. That oasis was all right, nothing too special. And those lines you couldn't really see, obviously. I got some drone shots, but it didn't really come out that well, and a guy came over anyway. Definitely a lot more traffic today, but still reasonable. So it was also nice at the end when you had some of the mountains and stuff, because when you're on a bike or motorcycle for a long time, or I guess even in a car, and you're just going straight down a highway pretty flat, gets pretty boring. So it's kind of nice to change it up a bit. Looking forward to getting more in the mountains after the next couple days. So should be cool. We're here in Nazca, which is named after those Nazca lines. I got to make sure I get a copy of my license. I'm sure I have one in my email or something, because obviously my license was stolen. I was pulled over earlier today, and I was looking for the registration, which was in my email, and it took, a few minutes. And by the time I was about to show the guy, he's like, just go ahead. Nice to get a shower, although not a big fan of the freezing cold water. It's like if I want a cold water, I just jump into a glacier lake.
Because there's sweat running down my butt crack right now.
No juegues con el perro, Jorge.
Those are what I was hoping to see on those Nazca lines. There's supposed to be some like animals and different things, but didn't really spot them there with the drone. But anyway, it's all good. I get the idea. I guess they put those stones down on the ground like 1,500 years ago or something. I think it was for like irrigation too, but I'm sure they don't know exactly the reason for everything. And I got one of these, which is nice. Hopefully I'll be holding on this for the rest of my trip, but no promises. Going for the pizza this time. They've done everything else right as far as food goes in Peru, so we'll give it a shot. Trying to change it up a bit. Yeah, pizza was pretty good. As expected, it was pizza itself was like, average, but the chicken wings were quite good. They had some nice sauce on there. So we'll roll out tomorrow. Probably do a big day. Arequipa is about 500 kilometers, so we won't be able to make that far, but we'll probably try to do maybe 350 or maybe even 400. So see how it goes. We're gonna check out these like mummies in some graveyard or catacombs. I'm not even sure exactly what it is, but that's just near town, so that'll be the next thing to check out. And I'm sure there'll be some other nice little sites here and there. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. See if those mummies are up and ready for us to check them out.